This pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the third round of the NFL Draft is presented to you by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com/chat. Enter the promo code CHAT, and you get 20% off plus free shipping on the best male grooming products. Manscaped is the official male grooming product sponsor of the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as us here at Chat Sports. And you know who's about to be using Manscaped products? That is Kendrick Green, the center out of Illinois, who is going to Pittsburgh with pick number 87 in round 3.
Another great pick by the Steelers because Marquise Pouncey retired, so you needed a center. And Kendrick Green, in their eyes, is the replacement there. Now, they probably would have preferred a guy like Creed Humphrey to slip into the round 3, which he started to slide before Kansas City took him, but this was a major need. You had to get a center, especially a guy that you could feel comfortable with, Ben Roethlisberger, who's been taking snaps from the same guy for over a decade now in Marquise Pouncey. So you address the center position here at pick number 87 overall. At Illinois, doesn't he just look like a center? He's a bowling ball. He's a little short, 6'1", 305. He's good in the run game, though, and he can direct an offensive line.
And the good thing is he's got positional versatility because throughout his career with the Fighting Illini, he played 29 games at left guard, also played 4 games at center. He also, as a redshirt freshman, was going to be a defensive tackle.
Wow.
So I think that kind of lends itself to him being a very smart player as well because he kind of understands how things work at the line of scrimmage from a defensive perspective as well as an offensive perspective, and got a lot of really quality experience at Illinois, a little over 6 feet, arm length, pretty solid at 32 and a quarter. Really big hands, and he's really physical. As you mentioned, just a bruising guy on the interior offensive line. But Kendrick Green, a good pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers because they were last in run game production last year. So what have they done so far, Harrison? They get Najee Harris in the first round, and I kind of wanted them to go offensive line in that first round, but hey, they address it in round 3 with a guy who I think could have gone in the back half of round 2. And at pick number 87, I think you get an immediate starter in Green right now.
Yeah, and if all goes well, that's the hope, right? Because you have to replace Pouncey there. And again, physical run blocker. If I'm Pittsburgh, I'm trying to become a run-first football team. Now, I know in today's era of football, you at least have to be balanced, which they will be, but you drafted Najee Harris. You get a physical player at center here. I don't want Big Ben throwing the ball 45 times a game. That playoff game against Cleveland where they get behind and he's having to sling it every single play, it's not 2012. Like Big Ben needs to limit his pass attempts per game, and I think the way they're trying to retool this thing through free agency, through the draft, they're going to be able to be more effective running the football.
Yeah, so I worked out in Illinois for a little while, covered a little bit of Fighting Illini football. They were crushed by COVID protocols and the coronavirus in 2020. They had a bunch of dudes just rotating in and out at the quarterback spot. And for Kendrick Green to not give up any sacks when these quarterbacks had no idea what they were doing in the backfield, pretty impressive resume for him that he was able to put together in his career with the Fighting Illini, especially in 2020, which is why he was able to vault up draft boards and get picked at number 87 by the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm curious as to what Steeler fans think of Kendrick Green going to Pittsburgh. Scale it from 0 to 100 for us. And get into the comments and let us know, because this is a position of need. It's a player with upside, and I think you get him at a good spot in round 3 at pick number 87. You're going to be able to plug him in right away.
Yeah, I'd give it like an 85. The good news is Manscaped always keeps it 100, and that is the sponsor of this pick here at Chat Sports. Go to manscaped.com/chat. You don't even need the promo code when you use the /chat because, hey, you already get the 20% off plus the free shipping if you go to that link. The Lawnmower 3.0, I can promise you, Kendrick Green supports that product. You keep it clean downstairs. You get home after a long night at work after the NFL draft, and, hey, your wife, your girlfriend, she's waiting for you because she knows you've been putting in the hard work, and you can have a little bit of fun later. That is what Manscaped helps provide for you dudes out there. Trust me, your SIG others will love it too. Manscaped.com/chat, Lawnmower 3.0, ball deodorant, ball toner, tons more products. Go check it out. 20% off and free shipping.
Let's take a look at what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done so far in the draft. So going in, they needed a running back. They needed offensive line help. get it in Najee Harris and Kendrick Green and Pat Freiermuth, probably the best tight end after Kyle Pitts in this draft class.
This is a good draft so far. A B+ for me. You've added some talent, you filled some needs, and this gives you some good value overall. I like Najee Harris in round 1. I think he's the best back in this class. I like Pat Freiermuth. I think he fills a need at tight end, and ideally Kendrick Green is your center for the next decade or so in Pittsburgh.